Track and field competes in their final preseason meet. Men's golf tees off in the Battle of the Primm, and get to know Nate Ellis in Heart of a Warrior. All this and more in this week's episode of Warrior Nation. Welcome, Warrior fans, to Warrior Nation, the show that covers everything that is anything sports right here at William Jessup University. My name is Matt George, your host for this afternoon, as we look forward to bringing you another exciting show, jam-packed week with a lot of things that happen in Jessup athletics. So we got no time to lose at all, and let's get this thing rolling with Jessup softball. Jessup softball returned home recently after a two-game series at San Diego Christian over last weekend, and had the Warriors swept San Diego Christian, that would have been enough to vault them into 5th place. In game one of the two games, Shelby Grafman was on the mound for the Warriors, and the ace did her job. In 7 innings pitched, she only gave up 2 hits and 1 run. Jessup won that game 7-1 as Racy Carroll went 2 for 3 from the batter's box with a home run and 5 RBIs. Jessup offense continued to play well coming out of the gate in Game 2, scoring a quick couple of runs, but a grand slam by San Diego Christian in the 4th inning was enough to create the separation they needed, winning 7-3. Jessica Myers pitched 3 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits and 4 runs. Erica Guzman led the way for the Warriors with 2 RBIs, going 3 for 4. Racy Carroll also went 3 for 4. Next time the Warriors play will be back on their home diamond at Oswego Park when they take on Concordia this Saturday. As for the boys of springtime, they traveled to Vanguard last weekend for a 3-game series, competing against one of the top teams in the GSAC. And Vanguard was not messing around. They scored 10 runs in Game 1, allowing only 2 runs for Jessup. Both were scored by Nainoa Hart with a 2 RBI double. In Game 2, Jessup still was only able to score 2 runs. Vanguard scored 5. Rory Peterson had 2 RBIs in Vanguard's second win. And Vanguard completed the sweep in Game 3, the final 1-11. And that was Jessup's 7th consecutive loss. They're now 8th in conference, 3.5 games back from the 7th and 8th place spot. And next time they will play will be at home as well this weekend when they host Westmont for a 3-game series. Men's golf got some action coming here recently in the Battle of the Primm, hosted by NAIA President Chris Winkle, all the way in Nevada. 8 of the top 15 teams in the country competed in this tournament, so Jessup had a lot of competition to go up against. And Jessup finished 16th as a team, shooting a team total 304 strokes in the first round, 304 in the second round, and 303 in the third round. We're pretty consistent across the board. Eric Koeth finished in the top 50 of individual golfers with solid scores of 72, 77, and 74. He has consistently been leading the way for the Warriors going all the way back to last season. He's going to be one of the key pieces to Jessup competing at a high level, especially come the GSAC and CalPAC championships, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Jonathan Goswitz shot 77, 75, and 78, another solid performance from him. And Hayden Emerson, who was battling food poisoning the entire tournament, finished his final round strong, shooting 74. We mentioned the GSAC and CalPAC tournaments that are coming up next weekend. Jessup will be competing for a chance to play in nationals. Jessup Track and Field competed last weekend in the Sacramento State Invitational, a local meet trying to build off of what was a very strong performance in Chico a couple weeks ago, and they delivered one of their top meets in school history, breaking both the men's and women's record in the 4x400 relays. On top of that, 6 more personal records were broken for individual Jessup performers, including Caitlin Morton, who's gotten a lot of media attention recently for running with cerebral palsy. She broke her personal time in the 100-meter sprints in front of friends and family who traveled from Nevada to see her race. Lauren Lee finished under 13 seconds in her sprints, putting her at the top in the GSAC in terms of individual sprinters. And men's distance, Patrick Johnson took first place in his heat in the 1500-meter race, and Christian Wickman was right behind him, taking third place. As for women's distance, Justine Kruger took third in her meet, blowing her former best time out of the water. Roman Zazhitsky took third place in both his shot put and discus heats, delivering a very strong performance from him. And also in Jessup track and field, Nate Ellis, who is also a worship leader here at William Jessup University, was this week's Heart of a Warrior.
Worship is more than just drumming or singing a song or playing a guitar. It's a lifestyle. It's more than a Sunday morning. I think of in Romans when Paul tells us that worship is a living sacrifice, to give ourselves is a living sacrifice. So I really love track and field. It's a really cool sport because it's very individualistic. We each have our own events and things that we're doing, but we each are a part of the same team, and we're each fighting for the main goal to win. And you know, when I'm out there, I really have to think mentally and spiritually that I'm out there for Christ. I'm out there to serve. My mom told me as a child that we would put on this Ron Canoli DVD and it would be playing throughout the house, and I would like run up to the TV and I would just start worshiping. I would raise my hands and sing the songs as loud as I could, and that's one of the earliest memories I have of worshiping. But as I got older, I remember going to a Hillsong United concert, and just the whole production just threw me for a whirl. I remember hearing all the cool music, the lights, the sound, and everything it made sense. And that's when I truly fell in love with worship. My favorite Bible verse is Proverbs 16:3. It says something like, "Commit to the Lord and your plans will succeed." I love that verse because when we commit to the Lord, our plans become His plans, and His plans never fail. I'm Nate Ellis, and I am a warrior.
Wow, that was a lot to cover in this week's show, and we thank you so much, as always, for joining us here each and every single week. As always, you can keep up to date with everything Jessup Athletics on jessupathletics.com, and if you want quick updates right to your phone or social media devices, check out Jessup Athletics on Facebook and at WJU Sports on Twitter. We'll be back next week for more Jessup Sports news on Friday, so stay tuned for that. For the entire Jessup Athletics media team, my name is Matt George. God bless, and go Warriors.